Everyone. Today we're talking about where nurses work. Okay, so I already talked about the different aspects of nurses and what they do in those aspects. I don't think I covered everything, but I summarized some things in that video. So today we're talking about where nurses work. I mean, it's very much linked to the last video. Obviously, a psychiatric nurse work in a psychiatric hospital, and a bedside nurse or a clinical nurse work in a hospital, in the ward, in the hospital, and do all those things I told you nurses do. Thinking that the only place a nurse works is by the bedside of a patient is a narrow-minded thinking. Like, please go back to 1920, or I don't even know the year you should go back to. Maybe 1419. But I mean, I can be in my room in Lagos, and I mean, I might be dealing with a patient in US or in London or in Sydney. So basically, my license can take me from a ward in Lagos to a bedroom in Sydney. Nursing is one of the most versatile professions on earth, and that means you can work in a lot of places and in a lot of settings. I mean, you can work in companies, oil and gas companies. You can do occupational health nursing. You can work in public health settings. You can work in a psychiatric setting. You can have your own practice when you get to a certain level. You can choose not to do clinicals at all. Like, you might be a nurse and just be far away from clinicals. You might be working in education, administration, tech, informatics. You might be a tele nurse. I mean, you're just in your house and you're dealing with patients and offering care online. So there's a lot of places where nurses work. So now, of course, the most obvious, the one that people know the most, we have clinicals. So I mean, nurses that work in the ICU, in the operation theater, in the renal section, nurses that work in mental health, nurses that work in the theater, nurses that work in the ward. These are the clinical parts of nursing, and they all work in hospital, different type of hospital, different type of ward. Then we have administration, we have health directors, hospital CEOs, nursing managers, nursing supervisors, and all of that. And we have education, we have nurses that work in school. We have nurses that are just researchers. Yes, they just research to make sure the future of nursing is better. And we have nurses that train nurses too. So we have that. Nurses that work in university. There are nurses that work in military. And I mean, when I say military, I don't mean that I mean, there are military hospitals and you can apply as a general nurse. But then there are nurses that go out of their way to, apply to enter into the military, to become a military officer. I mean, there's a route for that. So yeah, there are people like that. So, and we have nurses that are specialists. Like I mentioned before, we have nurses that work in flight, on flight. That's flight nurses. We have forensic nurses. I mean, those that work in crime labs. Yeah, we have that too. We have occupational health nurses that work in big companies, oil and gas money. You want oil and gas money, go into occupational health. So I mean, I don't think it's only oil and gas companies that need occupational health nurses, but in Nigeria currently, I think they are the ones that take occupational health nurses the most. I mean, I might be wrong. That's what I know for now, Sha. So yeah, we have those that work in companies. So yeah, we have those that work for um non-governmental organizations, which is also linked to public health nursing. Those that work with UNICEF, that work with WHO, that work in WHO. We have tele-nurses. That's, you work online with your phone, with your laptop. Then there are people that are nurse practitioners who can have their own clinics, who can prescribe. Being a nurse is a career of endless growth. You can work in a lot of places. It keeps evolving. There's plenty of opportunities. Please comment down below if you're a nurse and you know many other places a nurse can work, or you're working in a different place from the places I've mentioned. Please say it in the comments. So thank you.